Hello friends and welcome back. I'm a bit nervous. I haven't vlogged in 6 months and I need to try and remember what to do, basically. So much has happened and I'm trying to just work out how my equipment works, if it still works. It's been in storage for a while, so I'm just trying to see if my equipment works, basically, and why I'm still here. And literally so much happened. I stopped vlogging in pretty much November, and I'm going to do a proper story time about what happened, because you're probably like, well, what's happened? You're back here. Why are you back here? And yeah, I am back here. So this is more of a like, I'm coming back video. Basically, I had a breakdown. I had a full-on breakdown and I felt like it was coming. I was going at 100 miles an hour. I was working flat out in my corporate job. I was trying to find somewhere to live. That was a 9-month process that I really do not want to go through ever again. It was horrendous. And then I moved into an absolute hellhole, which I will talk about, where there was just a drug addict in the block and just literally made my life hell, and I'll talk about that in a separate story time. I just wanted to come back, basically, and yeah, this is me. This is my like comeback era, I guess. And when I gave up my corporate job, I always thought it'd be like, yeah, fuck you, I'm leaving the matrix, fuck you, etc. But it wasn't. I literally just had enough one day, and I'll talk about it in my other story time primarily, but I just couldn't. I got to the point where I couldn't do it. I'm not really an anxious person, and I had a full-blown panic attack at work where I couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to be sick. I had to go to the toilets, and one of my colleagues was literally trying to bring me down like a drug addict or something. Couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to be sick. I had a massive panic attack. And then the next day I just quit. I just gave him my notice. And I always thought when I did leave, it would always be because I had this massive booming channel and I was like an international celebrity and everyone wanted to be my friend. But that wasn't the case. I literally just decided one day and woke up and thought, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this corporate job anymore. It's making me so miserable. I'm so unhappy. And I just literally quit one day and thought, I don't want to do this. I kind of felt that everyone at work, they obviously hate the job, but they're doing it because they have kids and they have a mortgage. And I kind of thought to myself, well, I don't have any of those things. There's nothing stopping me. I have money in the bank to quit. I'm by no means balling it, but I have enough money to, for at least, 6 months or so, try and make this work. And I almost became institutionalized. I felt like if I left my job, I'd never find another job. And I realized it was just a fear-based response. It was just a fear-based response of me thinking, I will never find another job. I can't make this channel work. Part of it was realizing that it was just ego talking. It was just ego of me feeling like, oh, I've done this channel for 6 years and it hadn't worked. And it hadn't worked. And I had to suck it up in a way and feel like just ego of me being a failure. And I had to realize that my voice is still valuable no matter how many subs I have. And I know it's just time. It's just like when you find someone, you just have one person that needs to like you and then you get married. It's the same thing with YouTube. It's just one video that pops off and then your channel goes viral. And I had to think I could either stay at my corporate job and be miserable, or I could leave and try and just keep trying and trying and trying and not giving up, basically. And that's what I decided to do. And I just left. And then that's it. And it's scary because I'm obviously used to that money coming in each month. I'm used to that money coming in and then paying my rent. And then also being told what to do for 5 days a week. I only quit on Thursday and it's now Tuesday. And I took a few days off to just do nothing. And then I thought, right, this is it now. You have to try, you have to hustle, you have to go hard. You have to go hard at this now. There's no plan B. There's no, oh, I'm doing, another job on the side, or I've got something lined up. It was literally, no, there is no plan B. This has to work. This channel has to work. Even if I'm on my hands and knees crawling, it has to work. I need to show up. I need to be the best that I can be. For me, the balance has always been the balance of money and the balance of pursuing what I want to pursue. It's always been that I can't do what I want to do creatively because I haven't had the money. I haven't had the money behind me. And sadly, I had to do a job for 13 years that I literally hated, to pay rent, to keep my neck above water, because I didn't have the man. I didn't have the man saving me. I still don't have the man saving me. I don't have a man paying the bills. And I think I will at some point. I will do a video about the provider male and how I think I've really changed my mind on that. I always thought I wanted a provider male. And now, from what I've seen of the provider male, I don't think I really want a provider male anymore. And that's coming from someone that literally spent their whole life waiting for a man to save them, thinking that getting a man would save them, becoming married would save them. And taking this 6 months off, I feel like I've come back in a better headspace, and I had to refill my cup because I was just burnt out. Now I feel ready. I feel ready to start making content again, and see what happens. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Honestly, I've gone through the whole gambit of, is your life divinely orchestrated? Has your life been chosen from birth? Or is life just a random series of events? And from what happened to me recently, I realized that life is just a random series of events, and you can try and you can push for things to happen, but life is ultimately a random game of chance. It's just chance if something happens. Oprah always says, I'm going to butcher this. I can't remember it. I'm just going to put it on screen. But you have to be prepared for it. And you have to be prepared for when it's going to come. And you have to be prepared for when your moment is going to arrive. And I used to get so pissed. I used to get so pissed of seeing people on podcasts that were shit and that weren't as good as me. And I used to get so angry at it and thinking, oh, that bitch doesn't know what she's talking about. It's not fair. And I used to get so pissed. And I honestly think my path and my journey that I've had to think about, and it's been my karma basically, is to watch people overtake me. Is to sit back, watch people overtake me, watch people get married before me, watch people have children before me, watch people become more successful than me. That has been my lesson, is to sit back and think, okay, it's their time, and be happy for them and think, okay, my time will be soon. And then people will be like, wow, you're just an overnight success. And it's like, no, I'm not an overnight success. This is 6 years in the making. This is generally 6 years in the making of me making crappy videos, me making mistakes, me making cringy videos. I've been in this game so long. Like, I've been talking about the manosphere for 5 years, and I see people jumping on it now because it's a trend, and I feel like they're just jumping on a trend. They don't know what they're talking about, and I'm not even going to talk about it because I feel like I've done that now. I don't want to be caught in this audience capture that I feel that I have been. I feel like I've been in such a moment of audience capture at the moment, and I feel like I made videos just to try and blow my channel up. That's not why people originally started to watch my videos. People started to watch my videos because I was giving them advice, or I was helping them, or I was being honest, or I was showing people that they weren't alone. They weren't alone in what they were feeling. And I just feel like I got lost last year. And I will chat in another video why I came back to this place, because I was so set on leaving this place, but it just didn't work out. Because honestly, those 6 months where I couldn't do anything, I just felt like I was being punished. I felt that God was punishing me. I generally, those 6 months, I generally felt I was being punished. I generally felt that I just wanted to move forward, and I felt that I was stuck in a holding pen. I felt like someone was holding me back, some higher force that was out of my control, and it was horrible. When you feel that you're not in control of your life and you just feel that you're being punished, that is tough. And I was going through instances in my life where I'd done the wrong thing and thinking, maybe I am being punished. Maybe I am being punished for past decisions. And I had to realize that wasn't the case. I had to realize that life is just a series of random events. No one is punishing you. No one is sitting on a cloud listening to your manifestations thinking, okay, we'll deal that out to that person. But oh no, we're not going to give that to that person. Life is just a series of random events, and you literally have to create your own luck, and you literally have to put yourself out there, even if it's scary and horrible and embarrassing. I honestly felt that it would be just this empowering decision where I would be like, fuck you. But the honest answer is that it was a Tuesday afternoon, it was raining, and I was sitting at my computer for half an hour, couldn't breathe. And then I sent the email saying, here's my notice, I have to go. And then I realized it was the right decision when I got my leaving letter. And my leaving letter just didn't say, it was just a generic letter from HR, not saying thank you for your service, thank you for your 13 years you've put into the company. It was just a generic letter saying, don't talk about MetLife, don't talk about MetLife on social media. Anything that you do say, we have the right to sue you. And in that moment, I realized I'd made the right decision. I realized that they didn't care about me. They didn't care about me when I was going all through my homeless situation of being homeless. They didn't care about me. They only cared about the bottom line of how much was I making for the company. And I understand it's a business. I understand that's how the world works. But I understood in that moment that I needed to go. And I'd been scared. I should have left before. But without repeating myself, I didn't have that man to fall back on. I didn't have that man paying the rent. I didn't have that second income. I didn't have that second income of me saying, yeah, I think my camera's going to die, so I'm going to wrap it up. But yeah, just know that I'm back. I'm in a better headspace. And hopefully you enjoy my content. See you soon. Love you all. Bye.